I am Jean Erickson, and I am from Oklahoma City.
Oh, Oklahoma City, great. And Jean, you just attended the Level 2 practitioner training, is that correct?
That is right, yes.
And what did you think?
I thought it was wonderful. Level 1 training was fantastic. There was an enormous amount of information, but it was a little bit like drinking from a fire hose because you were just trying to keep up with all of it. And Level 2 was more like a smorgasbord where you're getting to try all kinds of wonderful delicacies and all kinds of new flavors and new nuances of things. So it was a real big difference between the two in terms of the flavor and the style, but I feel really good about Level 2, going back and having a whole lot more in my toolkit to work with people, a lot more ways to get into how people create their problems and to let it go. So it was wonderful.
That's great. And would you recommend to people the Level 1 and Level 2 trainings?
Absolutely. I went to Level 1 training with the intention of doing it simply to learn about it for myself, to learn to heal myself, to change my thinking. And I achieved all that, but in the process I did discover that I loved doing it, and I love working with other people and the whole puzzle of how we create our problems and how we make it happen and how we can change all that. And that's why I decided to continue and decided to become a practitioner. So it was very world opening in that sense.
And how did you first come to Faster EFT?
Like many people, the path started because I got sick. I got hit a certain point in my life, had a bunch of things happening, and I went on the quest that most people do, which is why is this happening and what can I do to make myself better? And as part of that, I developed adrenal fatigue, and one of the issues I was dealing with was really high cortisol levels, and I happened to hear that there were some things that I could do to deal with that, and I started out using healing codes. Then I went to EFT, which actually has scientific research on lowering cortisol levels, and I had some success with both of those. And then I discovered Faster EFT through a local meetup group, and wow, much faster, worked much better with the type of mind that I have. I think it works better with anybody's mind, because it is working with the mind. It's not thinking in terms of more nebulous ideas. You know, it's going straight to the heart of the matter, how we create some of these things ourselves. So I've had some huge leaps forward just since I discovered that to the time I did Level 1. In 3 months since then, I just feel like things have changed. People in my family have noticed and said, you just seem different. And I know I'm very different. And it's such a relief to let go of old programs and old ways of doing things, old ways of thinking. And it just means life is opening up again. And I thought it was over. You know, I didn't think there was anything good ahead. But now it just sparkles with possibilities. Yeah.
So how do you see your future with Faster EFT?
I see a very exciting future. I'm thrilled to be working with people, and thrilled to be working with such an amazing group of people who are practitioners. I love everybody associated with this. They're just amazing, resilient, wonderful people, and they are so warm and welcoming. And it's like, I think Robert said something today about the family you never had, and yeah, better than the family I ever had. So, you know, it's very, very good. And I do see my future with Faster EFT just taking off and growing, and I think we all have something unique to contribute to it, and we have something very unique to give to the world and to the people who need us very, very much.
That's great. You've been to a Level 1 live training and now Level 2 live training. Mm-hmm. And what do you think of Robert G. Smith, the man?
The man. I think many people respond to marketing, image, and all kinds of things, but I have tremendous respect for what it took for him to just create this, to figure out how we thought, that process, and to put it together in something that worked, in the enormous number of hours that he spent practicing and perfecting and making this work. And I just can't fathom that, and I'm so thankful for it, and I think he's just amazing, and I'm very, very privileged to have gotten to know him a little bit through this. I hope as time goes on I get to know him better, but my hat is off to him for what he's created. I think he's going to, people are going to realize that he's impacted the world in a very significant way, and I personally am very thankful that he did all the work that he did, because I'm benefiting it from it big time.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.